Hey everybody, I did my research topic on anthropometry. That is the study of the measurements of the human body. My thesis is over the course of a person's average day, there are several interactions with inanimate objects that do not always take into the account the measurements and proportions of the human body. Anthropometry, uh, like the anatomical man, that looks into people's arm length, their leg length, and how that factors in or works with human factors is um, designing everyday stuff that can, or inanimate objects that we interact with to, how should I say it, make it easier for us or more feasible. So, my first scholarly article is from Yilmaz in 2019. His hypothesis was if managers manage human risk, you may get advantages to achieving corporate strategies in a timely manner. His study was done, or his research was done, in order to create a better environment for air traffic controllers and air traffic technicians so that there's less risk involved with directing planes through the air in their work environment. Um, Studies run by taking air traffic text to eliminate potential mistakes, error risks. So they look into risks or potential things that could go wrong. They looked into the computer software, their workspace, stuff like that. They're categorized into two main groups and three subgroups, then put into a program to risk map. Essentially, the goal is to map out risk and eliminate errors so that they don't have planes crashing into each other due to some, offhanded reason that, like creates a human error based on their work environment or the technology that they're using. Um, let's see. I tied this in to my study because I'm going to be diving into planes and human factors and anthropometry in planes. My second scholarly article is from Silva, Halpern, and Gordon in 2017. There wasn't a hypothesis, it was just a study. The study was to create a Brazilian anthropometric database of Air Force pilots. They took 39 measurements. Some were with 3D scanning. They measured 2,133 males and 206 females, aged 16 to 52 years. This was done in order to measure, like to design cockpits in different planes, jets, and stuff like that, so that you know, to reduce human error, so that these people can fly planes to the best of their ability. They wanted to manage where different things are in the cockpit based on the average person's size. Um, the the goal was to they had no database in Brazil. This was a Brazilian study, and it was done so that they could have some anthropometric database, so that they could continue to create feasible cockpits, so that their pilots were flying well for the Air Force and not having any kind of risk factors. Um, a major thing that they found out was that it shed a lot of gender bias with women and men being pilots. It helped the women seem better because they could work around in the cockpit a lot better, and or like they fit into the cockpit better than expected. Um, let's see. So for my study, I went into um, the comfortability for people riding in planes in the economy. So the average male has a femur length of 18.9 inches. Female has an average of an 18-inch femur. Personally, my femur is 20 inches long. Typically, the average person's wingspan is the same length as their height. And today, I wanted to talk about leg room and design a study, or just something to give me an idea, a potential idea of what it, I guess, how people feel comfortable or if they don't feel comfortable in planes. So, economy flyers on Delta flights can expect 30 to 32 inches of legroom. That's not enough for me. It's not very comfortable. It seems pretty crammed. JetBlue has 33 to 34 inches of legroom, which is pretty nice. Alaskan Airlines is 32. Southwest is 32. American and United have 31, and Hawaiian Airlines is 31 to 32 inches. My research study would involve asking people who have flown in the last month what they would rate their comfort level on a 1 to 5 star scale. 1 being terrible, 5 being excellent. I would ask 300 people, give them a little survey, just a little questionnaire to fill out. I would want to do 50% male, 50% female. Next, in the questionnaire, I'd ask for height and an optional space for weight, because people's body mass index plays a big role into how comfortable they are in a plane. But they wouldn't have to provide weight, as well as what airline they flew on. This study would accomplish the goal of determining the average comfort level for economy flyers. The topic hits home for me because I'm a frequent flyer and I never feel comfortable on a plane, especially not the middle seat. I'd be interested to see if a majority of people feel the same way or not. What I expect and what I hypothesize is that a majority of people are not comfortable with their legroom and would prefer to have more. So if this were to be a real study done by, say Delta, they could do it to see if it would be worth more money to them potentially to make the planes more comfortable all the way down the plane, not just the economy plus or first class where they have all the room in the world. But I would hypothesize that a vast majority of the people would rate low on the 5-star scale, 3 and below. I think shorter people would be indifferent. Really, really short people might say it's really comfortable. I doubt it, though.